so, I mean, you guys can probably
nights out with the boys, slamming drinks down at the bar. Was it all the pretty women and all the fancy cars? Was it 'cause I had a job and a nice girlfriend at home? Was it every time I fucked it up and had to sleep alone? Was it you or was it me? Was this pain a necessity? Was it everything I needed for the fight? 'Cause I went searching for the answer in the bottom of a bottle, but the bottom of the bottle always came up dry. Was it you or was it me? Was this pain a necessity? Was it everything I needed for the fight? 'Cause I went searching for the answer in the bottom of a bottle, but the bottom of the bottle always came up dry. Was he living on the streets with a needle in my arm? Was he waking up?
Alright, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, children, and ages, welcome to another edition of the Alpha and Air podcast, coming to you live on October 28th, 2025, year of our Lord, Monte Cristo. Monte Cristo. Gotta love it when it's the Monte Cristo, right? We got an interesting show for you guys today because obviously we're going to talk about Emiru here. It's been an interesting one, so to speak, when I talk about any type of subject. I mean, honestly, of oh, right. Oh, we already started. Damn it. All right. Let's see here. I'm trying to get my chat working here. Pop out. There we go. All right. So, let's make sure I could do this properly here. So, let me go to the commentary. You're all going to see my face for the first time in a hot minute. Well, you saw it in the last one. So, there it is. Alright. I hope everyone's doing fan-fucking-tastic. I'm not. I had to delay this twice. My voice had an episode. So I just kind of rested it a little bit in hopes that it will magically fix itself. So it kind of did. I still am a little bit hoarse here and there. So we're gonna be pretty let me make sure it's on the right window. Such like that. Of course, it's been a wild couple days, I should say, because or a couple weeks, because when was that last stream? I think what was that last stream? That last stream was 9 days ago. 9 days ago, and that was right towards the end of TwitchCon and everything like that. So there was a lot. It's been a week and a handful of days. So you have to imagine, for me, this was a little bit overwhelming, especially with the stuff that's been going on with the three main suspects as usual. You know, the business is normal guys. You know, the what's the term I'm looking for here? The I'm trying to remember their names here. The Ethan Kleins, of course, the Hassan, and everything like that. Now, you know, someone pointed this out on a live stream that I was watching the other day, talking about this, and I have to agree on this. The fact that there is one person that is happy the Peruvial the Peruvial I can't say shit. What can I say? Um, the Peruvial uh riot, so to speak, virtual riot, as I like to say, isn't on him anymore. Though it's slowly coming back to him because you know what Emiru is going to be doing is going through legal channels. We're gonna talk about that here in a minute, but there's actually one tweet that I have to find real quick here because I just remembered about it just now, which let me make sure I got that. By the way, I have a new keyboard, so I am trying to find all this stuff quickly. It's already buried in so much stuff. Now, I apologize if I stop talking for a minute. It just kind of so I could cough. I don't want you guys getting sick on me. So that's let's see here. I think this is it here. Yeah, this is it. All right. So let me get the window capture or there you go. And I had to find this one here, so let me um actually let me just do this is the right one that I'm looking for. There we go. All right. And that right there. And I'll enhance it here for you guys. So just let me do this. Bop, bop, bop. Or well, no. That'll work. Or I could just open image in new tab. Okay, there we go. We'll look at this. So, a couple for those of you who are not in the know of what's going on. Of course, obviously, Emiru was SA'd at a meet and greet at TwitchCon, which was happening in San Diego. Now, a lot of people were talking about this, obviously, because of the fact that not only was this man not a part of the so-called line, he just literally walked up, um, went straight to made a beeline towards Emiru, and then just literally uh grabbed her back and held her head and tried to kiss her. The the person that who pushed him in the said video. Now, once again, I gotta say this perfectly. Um, I can't show the video, but it's out there. It is out there. People have shown it before. I'm not gonna go there with it. Um, because already videos have been taken down because of this. Now, since then, of course, we found out a lot of things that has happened, and in the response, uh, there was a live stream that she did where she talked about like at least all the instant things that happened like the day after everything like that. So um now that I mean it's been a couple days and everything like that, it's been a week. She got more information about everything like that, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Twitch. I'm going to explain kind of why here in a minute, but this is their official response to everything, and it says the following. First, I want to be upfront and take accountability for the security incident that occurred during Emiru's meet and greet. It should have happened, and we take that very seriously. We failed both in allowing it to occur and in our response following. We mismanaged our communications about the incident, and that includes the comments I made. I apologize to Emiru for all that took place. You don't say. You could probably guess who wrote this. Um, and probably had an attorney double check this to make sure that, you know, um, this was going to help the Emiru situation because everyone knew who it was. It was live streamed. It was everything. It was plastered on there. You can't literally address the situation, not address the person, right? So that's what's going on. That's what's going on. You know, it's like, hey, we can't. You can't be. I know you're trying to do like damage control PR. That's something that I've seen a lot of firms, a lot of companies try to do when stuff happens like this. Of course, obviously, like for instance, with the Lenovo stuff a couple of years ago at a TwitchCon where a girl broke her back. A very famous corn star. We'll leave it at that. Broke her back because the thing was really short. It was really short. Um, I can't remember her name on top of my head, but um, that was really happening, and a lot of people, as far as I've been aware of, and have been told, there has been some more issues that has happened since then in the grand scheme of things and everything. So um like I said, I had a feeling in the last live stream. If you guys want to check the last live stream, I will happily link that very shortly in the chat. But um let's continue on. What are we doing moving forward? For meet and greets, we began a complete analysis of the incident that took place, as well as other issues that came to our attention after TwitchCon concluded. We're examining everything and how we do signups to the layout to increase security controls. We're also doing a comprehensive review of overall event safety and security, and we'll be making updates for future TwitchCons. While we won't be sharing all security updates for privacy and safety reasons, we will keep our community informed about changes that directly impact attendees. So they're basically, this is just a whole bunch of PR stuff. Just sit there, and go like, "Hey, we kind of fucked up. We're gonna fix this because if we don't, it's not. They're not gonna fix this. They're probably gonna do like what um a lot of the Comic Cons have done over the years because of incidents like this. They're probably gonna have to hire more security for events and have more handlers around to kind of basically make it a 3-tier system just to get to say hello to someone and take a picture, and then that's it. And this is what something that I actually I heard someone say also in another live stream. I can't remember this one. It was a VTuber. I think it was um I think it was Buff Pup. I think Buff Pup said that she was there, or I think it was Fillion Cha Cha. Cha Cha said that one thing that she would actually recommend. I think it was Cha Cha. I could be wrong. A VTuber said because of the whole. Also, there was another incident that happened with Chikadobi where she was face doxed, been forced to face dox, which, if you all know, if you get face doxed at in public, especially a big event like TwitchCon, a lot of people are gonna go and sit there and go like, I got the face. I got their face. I got everything on it right there. Um, that's something that I would be sitting there going like, yeah, I'm afraid to do that. If I was a VTuber full time doing that, doing this 7 days a week, like 5 days a week, multiple hours, like basically working a work week, doing this and having fun. Like, granted, and I don't want to hear anyone say that YouTubers or not YouTubers, streaming isn't that hard of a job. It both is and isn't. It depends on the output that you put into it. But that's just me saying that. So let's continue here. Um, so we're also doing a. Oh, okay, we already read that. We have heard concerns about IRL streaming at TwitchCon. Twitch has evolved over the years, and IRL streaming is part of Twitch. But we need to ensure that TwitchCon meets the needs of variety of participants. We will be reviewing how we handle IRL streams at TwitchCon, and we will have more to share soon. Finally, we got clear feedback on accessibility across the event. We're reviewing with our teams, including our production and venue staff, uh, so um, so that we are better equipped for future events. The reason why there's and this is wild, and I have to find the photo here. I think it's in Yeet's tweets. We'll take a look at that here shortly, but um, you put a lot of trust in us by attending TwitchCon. We are taking our responsibility to keep you safe seriously. We know that TwitchCon means a lot of people, and it means a lot to us. Be on the lookout for more updates. Thanks for being part of Twitch. Okay, bless me. All right. Be on the lookout for more updates. Thanks for being a part of Twitch, Dan Clancy. So that is the tweet, and literally Zach Goosey says is saying the quiet part out loud. What do I mean by that? Saying, well, Twitch has a notorious history of saying they will do better, but then not doing better. There's a reason that the Watch Us Closely and Hold Us Accountable tweet from 2018 has become a community meme. Words often means nothing. Is this time different? Time will tell. Honestly, I think because there's a huge difference. There was a huge difference, I think. No matter how much you look at it, there's a huge difference between this um that tweet in 2018 and this tweet in 2025. There has been COVID lockdowns. There has been a Me Too movement, especially a Me Too movement, that knocked almost everyone and everything out of proportion. Um, uh, Not out of proportion, but of epic proportions. For people that who have done, essays and stuff that isn't very savory. Let's just kind of call it the way I kind of see it right there, which is stuff that's very unsavory and definitely against EOS, um, and such like that. I mean, to be honest here, I'm probably violating some type of violation on my affiliate TOS here, you know. But understand this, Twitch, and I know someone's probably there's more eyes on YouTube trying to control the narrative here and trying to make sure that everyone is not being um like a dipshit about it. Um the like it's if you're keep us accountable, tweet is a meme. And I think I don't know how long Dan Clancy. Someone might know this, but Dan Clancy has been there for the Twitch CEO for how long now? For a couple years? Hold on, I'm curious now. So 2019. So he's been there for 7 years. 7 years, right? He should have, and I want to point this out too. He has to report to the vice president of audio, Twitch, and games for Amazon, Steve Boom. Steve probably has more emails asking people to release this man. Like, get him out of our echo chamber here, so to speak. I mean, it is kind of an echo chamber, I'm not gonna lie. Um They want him out of the cool kids table. They want him out. He is not the leader. He is not doing his job. And I kind of agree with a lot of those people for that reason. And there's a lot to this, but specifically also the IRL streaming. I think they're gonna really tight grip that for a reason. And I'll say this: they don't want another Emiru issue situation happening like that. They don't want any type of visual evidence that it happened. So don't be too surprised if they say, well, you could IRL stream at TwitchCon at the booths and everything like that, but you can't when you're doing a meet and greet. Like stuff like that. Sorry, I forgot to mute. But my issue is, and we're gonna hear from Emiru here shortly, but my whole issue is, if things haven't been fixed from 2018, why the fuck do we have someone that's in charge of who is the CEO of a company, if they're not doing anything really productive and really active to make sure that not only TwitchCon is the most safest convention to go to, but is also like the most streamlined and everything like that. Like, I could tell you this from someone who watched a couple of IRL streams this year, of streamers going to PAX East and West. I could say that PAX probably is one of the more safer uh places to go to in terms of like being like a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer and everything like that, because they actually have someone who's competent in that, who's very competent in that. But let's get into some of the things that Emiru said. Now I do have the other video in case the full length live stream. What I'll do is here, I'll go ahead and copy and pasta it for you guys in the chat here for y'all right there. It's right there. And I will also put it in the I'll put it again just for safekeeping and everything like that, so you guys can see the video for yourself. And also I'll put Yeet's Twitter or X or wherever you want to put right there. This is the sources that I'm going with here today, because I haven't had an opportunity to actually go find the other live streams and everything like that. So you gotta understand, I'm sick, and it's been one of those weeks. So and Yeet being very convenient and back from it also being convenient for it. So thank you to those guys. So we're gonna start with this one here. Where it says Emiru reveals that Twitch initially refused to hand over the name of her assaulter to the San Diego police till someone called in with a concerning tip. And this is what she's going to say here. Let me make sure this is loud enough for you guys, and make sure that everything else is up. Just to be sure, because I have a feeling it's not going to come out in the VOD very well. I am going to audio capture the window as well. So let me make sure this thing works before I hit OK. So application audio.
Told her.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, it looks. It sounds like it's good. So I'm gonna mute that for a minute. While I do that, so all right. So let me know if it's too loud for you guys or not. But this is why Emiru said
That at their place of work, someone came into their work who matched the description of the guy, and this person was saying like, "Oh, I'm, traveling to Texas, and I caused like quite a stir at a TwitchCon." And this person reached out to my manager, reached out to police, San Diego police interviewed them. But basically, what I'm trying to say is because all this stuff was delayed, this guy was able to get really far away from San Diego, allegedly.
And if you guys saw the live stream from 9 days ago, and they did this, I said that TwitchCon is going to get a lot more crazier because they're letting the inmates run the. I said, well, let me rephrase this. They're letting the carny folk be in charge of the car. That's what I'm talking about, right? Hold on one second, guys. Sorry, guys. I am very parched here, so but let me hear this one more time, so that way I could kind of give my point of view what she meant by this. Or well, no, she already said what I was saying basically. Sorry about that, but basically what just happened there is she just basically explained what a lot of people already knew was going to happen, and the fact that Twitch initially refused to hand over the name of this person. And this is why I do firmly believe that TwitchCon should, moving forward, have should every meet and greet, everything like that, no matter no matter what section you go to, there's that it should be kind of like a football, so to speak, the football, like the football shape. So Like you have your people funneling in, like you have like so like the true entrance to like TwitchCon is like at the ends of the football, right? And then everyone kind of mingles and does their own thing right here, and then they're blah 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 yada yada, right? But the only ways out is you have to check in and check out. The way I'm kind of explaining it is kind of like so it, in from experience when I went to youth group, right? They had this one rule where you enter in one door, you enter out, you leave through that same door. So there's no excuse for people like leaving or doing stuff, trying to find a way to get out in case like they start something. No. Now I understand why they can't do that because of the large number of people that are there, and I understand that. But keep fire safeties open and everything like that. But this should have happened. This should have not happened at all. Like Emiru should never been touched. Really. Oh, good old Diet Coke Lime. Delicious. This is why I firmly believe that if there was a check-in, check-out system at every section of TwitchCon, and that the only way you're allowed to leave that certain area is if you check out using a barcode or a QR code, with your name and all that. It's not. It's not to see where you're going and every. Well, it's both a way of saying like, hey, this is where you're at, in terms of staff, so staff understands. Hey, this is where this person's at. This is where this streamer's at. In that way, security details that certain security details that they have for certain streamers, like I know Hassan multiple times have said, I don't want to go to TwitchCon because they don't have enough people to protect me. I'm like, you're afraid of a man who's like a lot bigger than you and a lot taller than you. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Sam Hyde is a very tall man. I think he's like what 6'7", something like that, 300 pounds. Like once that big man goes, like man, you better run. Like he needs a security detail just to protect himself. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, but also it's because he doesn't want to debate people, which I mean that's kind of bogus. I mean, really, I mean you can just ignore people, just like most people do when they have common sense. Common sense kind of flies out the window real quick when it comes to that man. I mean, just ask why he shocks his dog, okay? Because she wasn't being a proper, you know, bitch prop, For those who are wondering, that's a dog in heat as a prop. Just clarifying for future references here. So, anyway, let's continue.
And this whole time, my manager was like, basically like begging Twitch, like, dude, like, please give us his name. Like, we don't know who this person is. Like, for all we know, he like lives around where Emmy and her roommates live. Like, I can't like help her if like I don't know who this person is, and they were refusing to do it. But after that tip from the person who said that the guy came into their workplace and was talking to him, my manager demanded the info from Twitch. So they did end up giving it to police, but not my manager, as far as I know.
That's the first things first. Like, I understand if you're trying to like protect your own asses before you do anything for them, but like in recent years, like I've been seeing WWE's women's wrestlers are currently having stalkers follow them to their own homes, to the point where wrestlers are now having to rely on their company to provide more security for them to be able to live in their homes safely and quietly, you know, because these guys are doing it 7 days a week. They're now. I can understand why Twitch won't do it, because these people are at their homes. They're basically like the equivalent of independent, like the smallest version of an independent contractor that you can throw a stick at. They're not responsible for that, but they should, because these guys are supposed to be making money for them and then some, right? So, like, the fact that Emiru just called this out should be taken more seriously, more than ever, especially because, like, what if this was a VTuber? Like, we wouldn't know till they said something. Like, we wouldn't know if, especially as women streamers, like guy streamers, it's happening to guy streamers too. Um, those two people that Asmongold said on his stream, like literally the day after when all this shit was going off and everything. So, um, like it's mind boggling that we're getting to this point. All right, so let's so now we're getting into some of those stuff. So that's clear. So that's the whole update with the Twitch thing. My whole opinion on it, honestly, is Twitch needs to step the fuck up. If they truly, if that statement, Dan Clancy says there's going to be another TwitchCon, they better step the fuck up. Because if they don't, the only way I could see them possibly redeeming themselves is if they actually do what PAX East and West does. It actually is what most people think they should do, and actually split the con into two different times of the year. Like, do one during the springtime, like do one on the East Coast, like do one in let's say I don't know, like let's do it in Nashville TwitchCon. There you go. That's what I think. That actually would be kind of cool, and all that. Or if you're going on the East Coast, you have it in San Diego. You have it during the nicer time of the year, and then you have the East Coast have it during a little bit towards the end of summer, because obviously the East Coast doesn't get as hot or steamy as it does during the summer as it does during the wintertime, or whatever I'm trying to say. Basically, they should, I believe, if they're going to do TwitchCon, they should do it in two different places and two different locations. That is my personal opinion. If they're going to do it again, but they should do it with the caveat that they need to do a better security system, a new check-in check out system, something of that matter. But then, because I'm watching the stream live, like I'm not even watching it. I'm actually listening to it while I'm I'm basically watching or playing Skate. That's been my whole new addiction for a while now. Skate has been there for a while for me, so that's the reason why I'm actually very much so happy about it. Um, So that's why I'm so happy about it. Or not happy about. Uh, hold on. Brain just happened. So give me a moment here. Um, I'm so happy that Skate finally came out. Love the community in there. It's just for me to mindlessly not be there for a minute, but I was kind of like, I want to hear what Emiru said, everything like that, and everyone was telling me like, hey, I don't really care about the Emiru stuff. I think it's just like it's just going to be about TwitchCon and all this stuff. Then I hear this stuff coming out, and I stopped everything and I watched the stream.
I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Miskif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I have attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue, and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my best to keep this to myself.
This is why I've always had a whole fucking issue with Miskif. Like, I remember in the early days of IRL streaming, like, he just seemed scummy to me. Like, he seemed very scummy to me, and not in like the cool kid like fucking scummy. Oh, look at this guy! Look, I could do this, I could do that. Can he not? Oh, I don't think so. Like, not that like he's like scum of scum. Like, he is pretty much a wood chipper's wet dream, in my opinion. Like, I mean, that and a diaper sniffer going down feet first, slow, allegedly. We don't. I don't want to catch any strays here with that type of shit here. But the fact that we're talking about this, I had a feeling something was astray, because, like, here's the thing. I actually do watch Emiru. I do watch Emiru. I like watching her cosplay stuff, because sometimes she actually mentions something, how to do like something about cross stitching, or like where to go for certain things and objects and all that, for like cons, to make everything like safe for cons or stuff like that. And like the fact that I think one of her bigger cosplays, which was, I think it was one of the characters from League of Legends, the green hair girl. I can't remember her name. Um, it's one of the offensive players. I think that's all I can think of. If you know what it is, in the comment section later on tonight, when this get the stream is done, let me know. I greatly appreciate it. But um, but she's like laid back. She's like laid back. I'm sitting there going like, why the fuck is someone like, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. There's some times where maybe that snooty dude. There you go. Just gonna start the weird, like the weirdo dude that you get. The dude that gets weird vibes gets the laid back, like chill girl, like and stuff like that. Like, everyone, I think, in both of their communities kind of knew that they were going with each other, because they constantly collabed and everything like that. And that's where I feel like she was, as soon as she said that, it kind of confirmed. Well, it confirmed it, and also confirmed my suspicions of why it's so quiet, if those two were dating, allegedly. Like, that's the thing, right? So, let me continue here. It says that Emiru says that Miskif has been indirectly threatening her for a while.
I don't want what happened to me or what has happened to other people because of him to happen to other people. And I don't believe he will ever stop behaving the way he does. But regardless, yeah, like I said, one of the main reasons I decided to do this stream is to come out about all of this, because I can't hold on to it any longer, because it feels wrong to do so. And An honorable mention reason for why I'm doing this is that for a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with. They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation.
What kind of loving boyfriend would do that? Like, if you truly did love that person, right? You wouldn't say mean shit like that. Now, if they were cheating on you, which I've heard some allegations. I've heard some allegations. And honestly, because I don't do allegations, really, in terms of like cheating affairs and all that, I wait till the facts are out there before I say anything when it comes to that type of shit. But I had to make an exception for this because I've always disliked Miskif for a lot of reasons. Like he's kind of a prick. I'm not gonna lie. Um he's a bit of a tool, and it is an extreme polar opposite of what Emiru is. What a lot of other Twitch creators that I've seen over the years are, which are mostly laid back people, chill, like when funny stuff occurs, it's a belly laugh. It's a belly laugh for sure, right? So I don't know. That this just tells me that like the fact that after they stopped dating, after they kind of separated from each other, it is like, hey, look, I don't want to be near you. I don't want anything again with you. The fact that through mutuals and people that they used to work with each other, mutual work buddies and friends, that he would create a smear campaign, which he tried to. That he would destroy her. That's crazy, right?
I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused. At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me. Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals and that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him.
Oh shit! Hold on. Sorry about that. That's I want to rewind that back for a reason.
I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused.
So if people that you were very mutual to is telling you like, whoa, late, it's Jover, bro. It's like, you know, you're not, you guys aren't the it couple anymore. You guys aren't a couple anymore. Let her let her be Emiru, and she's gonna let you be Emiru. But then like the crazier stuff I hear about, like they were at a Twitch party later on. I think that's he made a clip of this too, saying that, you know, he was inadvertently trying to look for her at a party after like it was like a year and a half, a year. I think it was about 6 or 8 months after they separated, and you know they were at a mutual party. That's fucking wild. Like, get over. Like, Like that is wild. The fact that like I know I'm saying that's wild a lot tonight, and I'm already in a mood. Like Miskif, honestly, I feel like already, and there's some people that who've already said this point that are bigger creators than me and everything like that. At this point, just Miskif should just not said anything after this response came out and just done nothing because now he's going to get criticized for it. And that's the thing. Like everything we do on streams, whether it's like someone saying a slur or someone doing something out of context that's extremely incoherent and everything like that. Like that's the screwed up part that I think most people forget that that we need to kind of have a coming to Jesus moment here, coming to whatever God you believe in. It could be Jesus. He Christ there for our sins. You know, that type of level of of level of devotion of like, hey, I gotta be careful what I do, what I say. I'm a public person. Like I shouldn't have these feelings. I should be an actual normal human being. And the fact that he felt like it was okay in his mind, of all things, regardless if like let's take the uh that he's a streamer out of the window for a minute. Even as a regular person, what you do in public and in private sometimes in some situations does come back to haunt your ass. And it does. It does.
At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me.
That okay, see now that's some schoolyard bullshit right there. Just sit there and go like, hey man, you better tell her if she talks shit about me, I'm gonna make her miserable. Like, I'm gonna make her miserable. Just like fucking hey yo, like chill the fuck out, bro. Like like this isn't one of those like super villains. If I can't have her, no one can. Like that's what he's fucking doing. Miskif, chill the fuck out. Like, don't be a miserable goon goblin. As far as I'm concerned, you had it. It's done. It's over with. Like that's why I considered it this to be. I didn't know this was gonna go even more deeper than that.
Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals and that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him.
And this is where, when she explained this, that he was going to use the fact that her rabbits got sick and died while they were living there. Now, I never owned a rabbit, but asking some people that who work in the veterinarian field, right? They kind of confirmed something to me, something that I've kind of knew, but I just wanted to be extra sure. Like for instance, so like I've had friends that who had guinea pigs and such like that, like guinea pigs or hamsters and stuff like that. Um, they don't last if there's like sudden noises and everything like that. Like they're not used to like there's a like a large calamity of enjoyment and stuff like that. Like they're gonna get stressed the fuck out. It's gonna stress their hearts out. Like loud noises and everything like that. It's gonna scare them. Like especially if they're point blank right there. So I could imagine in my head, right, that these two have probably had a couple of arguments around these rabbits that has made them enough to be sickly ill. Now, depending on whose fault is that, I don't know at this point. But if it's there is some fault to that, to both sides of that, because they shouldn't. They both know in in both regards, in the regards to the some of the rabbits, in regards to the rabbits, that they require a safe, quiet space. They shouldn't be around anything that makes super loud noises and anything like that. Like there is some accountability to that, to Emiru, to a level of that. But do I think she intentionally did that? No. Like do I think they got intentionally sick because of Emiru? No. Miskif possibly, because from what a lot of people eventually have shared over time, this is kind of his ML. He gets mad at everything and just gets so aggressive about it, and like even to the point of punching a hole through a wall. Now, is it Photoshop? We never know. For if you know, you know. If you're a longtime Alpha on Air fan, you know. So let's speaking of that, and we were talking about some of the experiences she has. Um, Now this is a little rough, so for those trigger warnings, if you want to mute, I'll wave at you, like go like this, and just go, "Hey, welcome back, hi." Um, but this is what it says. Emiru details some of the abuses that she's experienced.
His bedroom, the holes in the wall. There would be times where he was upset at me, and I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him, and he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour, and like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die, like threatening to kill both of us. And
See, now I can see that as maybe possible, like 150 miles per hour. I mean, I get it. It's going above the speed limit, yeah. But I don't see them doing that, especially when they were living in. Well, I mean, Texas probably because they were living in Texas for a while. Yeah. Um, but also at the same time, state troopers are a hell of a. Oh my goodness, I could talk about stories that state troopers have told me from my state. Uh, 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 Told me about people going 150 miles per hour and then trying to say, "Oh well, I thought I was going 90. My thing was broken." But then have like a phone that has like a RPM thing that tells you how fast. Like, don't get caught, bro. Like, come on, let's be real. And plus, if they were going 150 miles per hour, they would be pinging left and right, especially if they were in California. uh, Highway Patrol would have been on his ass. So I would assume kind of like something around 20 miles per hour above the speed limit, something like that. Stuff like that. Like, I mean, I get what she was trying to say, but didn't have like a general number. Like, if they were going super, super fast, Like, yeah, I would firmly believe that we could possibly die. Of course, you could swerve right into a guardrail, go over a cliff, and we'd be in water. We're dead. Or like into some canyons, or heaven forbid, if they're a part of NorCal, the fucking uh, redwoods. But I don't know, maybe.
This wasn't like even necessarily because of me or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food and he was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer and he was like, "Oh, Mr."
Oh no! Oh, babe, I'm so pissed. Why? Mr. Beast invited Speed on there. Oh, what the fuck are you getting so mad about, bro? You're look. The one thing I will say about other streamers, like, there's a certain percentage of streamers in the world that, you know, do get jealous. Like, I will admit, sit there. There's like the smallest streamer could be one person streamer all the time. You know, it's like their parent or something like that, trying to, like, help them out or anything like that, or like a good brother. That's just like, hey, or a good sister. The sister go like, hey, brother, I appreciate you doing this. I'm just gonna, like, lurk and just watch the stream, but I'm not gonna participate in chat. It's just like, hey, look, man, it's all good. Like, stuff like that. Like, that's stuff that is supportive. Like, he's getting mad and shit about, like, Mr. Beast inviting another streamer on his shows. And like, he invited XQC. Why the fuck? I'm more base than him. Like, bro, take a chill pill. Take a whole fucking chill pill for 1 second. Realize you're probably wrong about XQC, and just go, look, they're at the right place at the right time. That, just like in Hollywood, streamers, if they're at the right place at the right time, magic happens. I've been there before, and it's fun. But I've also been on the receiving end of it. Sometimes it's not fun. Like, is there jealousy? Yes, there is. But you know what? Some people have to get over it. Because in life, life will shit in your hands, and it's gonna force you to clap in it. Because it's up to you if you want to clean that shit off your hand.
Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, like, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it. Then at home, other things would happen. Like, I'd be trying to sleep and he would scream at me and say that it was all my fault that he felt insecure. There was a time that, I walked into a room that he was in, and as soon as he saw me there, he threw his phone at the dresser and started yelling because I had posted a YouTube video within the same couple of days as him, and
This is why this is why streamer couples don't really exist anymore. I've been around enough couples that I consider good friends, good homies, good brothers, good sisters, and this shit happens. Like, and it's just an instant game over, like, right then and there. I just, like, I'm honest with them. I just say, look, not trying to be rude, not trying to force anything over here, but look, if I was in your position, that wouldn't be right. I would be calling that shit out straight up. Like, I don't play with that shit. That's that's not how I want to roll with a relationship like that. If you're getting jealous because I'm getting more popular and that's cool and all. Like, that's fine. You're still gonna get a raid every once in a while. You're still gonna get a raid like once or twice a week. Like, you're still gonna share our community. Like that's what a real streaming couple would do. But there hasn't been many of those in recent years. Like there's maybe one or two that I know of, but streamer couples like that, they should be supporting each other left and right. Like both sides have to climb the mountain together. Like that's just how I see things here. Now this is the part where I have to kind of um kind of I gotta slow my roll here for a minute because this is where like because if I start getting going, like I'm gonna get pissed about it. But this is where Emiru accuses Miskif of SA. This is something that happened during that.
And I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high because I was dealing with a lot of major shifts in my life as a result of me attempting to start to try to distance myself from him. He so yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And
Okay, hold on here. If I was in that position, I wouldn't. I would give her a hug. Like I'll do that, but that's as far as close contact I would do. And there's a reason why. It's because I want to still respect her boundaries of that. Like some people don't understand that shit. Like some people don't know. There's a fucking boundary that people have. Now, do I believe most people know where that boundary is? No. I think some you got to spell it out for them in front of them. You know, cross the I, dot the T, or vice versa. You know, dot the I, cross the T, everything like that. Do the atomic elbow straight from you understand. There's a quote right there. But the thing is, this hurt a lot for me as a person who's very empathetic with a lot of things. Like that's something that I've definitely as an adult. Like I think like once I got out of my late 20s and my early 30s, like that's something that I will say is something that you because like we're 20s, you're just kind of living by the seat of your pants, you know you're just trying to see what the world brings you and everything like that, you know feelings be damned, right? And then like as soon as you hit like certain age at 20s, in your late 20s, that's when everything sits there goes like, well, I don't know, I feel bad about this, I feel like I need to pay more attention to people, instead of like just riding off the seat of my pants, that type of shit. Like that type of empathy. Like, relating to people even though you never been in that similar situation that you could relate to them in like how they're feeling and just like being there. But in the context of like someone that who you dated is really hurt, they're really frustrated, they're crying and everything like that. I just like I said before, I'd give her the hug, but I also just like hold her hand. That's it. Like any other touch like that, no. It's no. It's no go. Like that's how I feel. But continue.
when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then suddenly he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like.
Uh, why would you think, hey, she's starting to she's letting me kiss him. Maybe if I try to, like, no. Even if she allows you to kiss, I wouldn't even allow myself to do that. Like, what? No sane person that is talking to their ex is letting them kiss them and everything like that, is immediately gonna sit there and go like, oh, okay, you know what, you know what, this is an emotional moment. You know what needs it? Some sex like that. No, like fuck that. Fuck that noise. No. If you think sex is gonna, some type of sexual tension or contact is gonna help that, no. That trust that door is closed, brother. Let me tell you something. That's like, you know those vault doors? It's like that. It's done.
And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go. And he immediately left my house while I was still crying without checking if I was okay or anything. And at the time, I was still making excuses for him and I was still afraid.
And this is why. Because, like, this is something that I've always heard too, like, over the years. Especially, like, seeing high school relationships end like this, in this circumstance, too. Like, you know, guys are sitting there going, like, oh, well, I feel weird now. I'm just gonna get, like, and then just instant no contact with some girls. Like, some of them are end up pregnant, like, or they lost the baby, stuff like that. Like, that's some really horrid shit. The fact that, like, she's going through some shit, but he kind of comes in trying to be the Superman, but then sit there and go like, "Oh, let Superman in." No, no, and then so, well, I feel weird about it. Well, fuck that. No, you should, you should get your dick cut off. That's how I feel about it right now. That's the reason why I just think he's scum. He's scum of the earth. And then this is what really pissed me off, right here. Uh, Emiru alleges that Miskif gave her a black eye one time by throwing his phone.
He would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, you know, was like, "Oh, it's an accident." And I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, no. That's another thing. Like, I know this isn't love phones or anything like that. I'm just saying this just purely like what's, if my significant other tells me like, "Hey, I don't like you doing this. It scares me. Can you please not?" I'm gonna respect their wishes. If you can't respect her wishes in that, you're a bigger piece of shit than I think you are. Like, even Mitch Jones. I don't even know who the fuck Mitch Jones is. Just damn. That's why I said. Emiru claims Miskif has been obsessing over her through indirect messages. Said,
I also had a couple other streamers report to me that he would obsessively watch my stream and not in a like, oh, I wonder what Emmy's doing right now way, or like having my stream open. Like, he would be obsessively and attentively hate watching my stream, like watching my stream and just saying horrible things almost every time that I've been live this year. Um, and they tell me that he would want to discuss how he believed I still wanted him. And
that what's that word? There's a word. Psychopathic. There we go. That's the way I'm gonna say it. He is a psychopathic son of a bitch. That's all you can really say about him. He is a pathetic son of a bitch that shouldn't even have the ability to be able to put his dick in something. He could put his dick in a toaster and it would be abused. That's how much I believe he's a piece of shit. Like, he should have his dick cut off. Anyone that who hurts women like that, or does something to minors like that, they should have their dicks cut off. No medicine and all that. They should feel the pain that they felt mentally, physically, and scarringly. But so there's going to be some people that are going to sit there and go like, "Well, Russ, that's inhumane." They're fucking inhumane. Fuck that.
interesting, considering I never replied. And he would ask other guys if they thought I had slept with anyone this year. They'd be like, I don't fucking know, man. And then they told me he would say stuff like, no, there's no way she's done that. She's not like that. And she's probably waiting for me. Just really fucking gross stuff like that.
Obsessed.
And a couple of streamers in LA also told me that he was telling people that me and him still talk all the time, but we simply weren't together anymore because I was too mature and I was not ready. I was too immature.
Too immature. This girl, okay. The fact that I've watched Emiru for a long time, she actually is more wiser than a lot of people give her for. Like, that's something that I will say personally. Like, it blows my mind that she's more wiser than most people like over 50 are. That anyway. So Asmongold talks about this stuff and says, calls out the Miz kids, says, large party of the community effectively try to downplay and spread misinfo. I hope you're realizing what you're defending. This is what you've been fighting for. The pressure that you would put on people to interact with him was disgraceful.
Wow, why is it such a coincidence that all the people in Austin and also LA don't talk to him? I think he's also, like, there's been a large part of his community that's been trying to, like, actively downplay and spread misinformation and lie, and especially, hurt Emiru. And I think that really, I hope that now, after seeing the receipts and seeing the screenshots and seeing the edits and everything, I hope you realize who you're defending. I hope you realize that this is what you've been fighting for. And
see, and Asmongold, a lot of people sit there and go like, well, what the fuck does Asmongold know about this shit? It's like, well, he's part of OTK. He is one of the leaders of OTK. Like, if you don't think that he probably did know about their relationship and know about what happened post relationship, he probably does know a lot more.
the amount of like lies and misrepresentations and vicious attacks that she and other people that were involved in the friend group had to endure, and the pressure that they
I'm just gonna say this: if you defend Miskif, like honestly, like I'm usually trying to be biased when it comes to this shit, but non-biased, try to see from both sides and try to find some type of common ground so that everyone doesn't fuck each other's lives up. This one's one of those exceptions where I do have to be kind of biased in that, like the fact that even before I followed Emiru, even if I followed Emiru before, like the fact that I seen him in the very early days of IRL streaming with Ice Poseidon and everything like that, I think there's a good reason why Ice Poseidon doesn't follow didn't meet him, right?
Any open message to Miz? Fuck off. Have some dignity and retire.
Bingo. That is what I'm saying. And then Tectone, who also knows some people, says, "It doesn't really care. I don't really care that people know I was right about Miskif. Just support him right now. Things. See, this is why I think Tectone is getting more W's now than he has had before all this shit happened. So, let's see here. Ice Poseidon speaks after the Emiru's stream. And I'm gonna read that here. Say this one says I've always said Twitch streamers have ton of skeletons in their closet. Wait till people find out about everyone else on at the top and the corruption and the weirdness behind the scenes. If you thought Hollywood was bad, wait till you see more. Remember, the CEO is best friends with all these people on personal levels as well, and everyone knows everything about each other from gossip behind the scenes. So when something comes out, and everyone acts surprised, it's always an act. And I kind of have to agree with that. Like I said last stream, and I always keep going back to last stream. Like I said, if you guys haven't seen it before, I kind of alluded that this kind of gives me a lot of the um like this is like a lot of people said this stuff has been like not even before the whole like Miskif stuff came out, like about what happens at TwitchCon is and that type of stuff, like all the negative publicity about it. And I sit here and I go, well, why the fuck is it negative? And then they basically say the out loud part. Some of these people have done probably more fuck things than everyone could comprehend. We're talking roofied, like grape, you name it. It's probably done stuff like that, and that's why I compared that situation that it was happening, but now it's in public. This is the difference. to the whole Blizzard lawsuit that happened many years, about 2 or 3 years ago. So it's crazy that it's come down to that, right? This is what it says. Emiru says she wouldn't be surprised if Miskif tried to sue her. That's what she says.
And I also wanted to say that I would not be surprised if he tries to sue me for the stream that I did today and for coming out about him. Not because he thinks that he would win, but for PR reasons, like a slap lawsuit. It'd be interesting if that happened, and I wouldn't be opposed to people finding out more of the truth and things that I didn't even talk about today, and what else he's been lying about. And I'm sure there's also plenty of things that even I don't know about. And
that's where I'm gonna sit there and go, there's probably more. There's probably more happening. This is what. So there's a lot of streamers that are coming out about this shit, and this. So in this particular, oh wait, nope, I just want the picture. Open image, a new tab. So this is Bogwitch circles it back to the 2002 Crazy Slick controversy after the Emiru drop. She says that she lived in Austin, claims to have seen Slick harass people. So this is it. I lived in Austin, Texas, when Miskif originally covered up and lied about the Slick sexually assaulting people. I seen Slick harass people, and many people and me and my husband literally removed Slick off of people. Miskif is a bad person. That's where it gets scary, right there. All right, so this is Arisaki. I think that's Arisaki. They posted some of the stuff too. I'm just gonna kind of go by what it times it says. One of the reasons Byron Kadukud was because he was jealous of me. Miskif 2025. I was cordial during a live stream where you asked to come over and collab just to save you the public shame. My plan was to ask you to lunch for a serious talk. I have messages with Emmy approving this plan, although doubtful it wasn't completely hopeless. I need to see for myself, since I have seen Miz as a friend too. I had known about your terrible treatment to others and wanted to know if you felt any remorse, could essentially be changed. But you went live anyway without my consent. I end up letting you down there too. But after the stream, I offered some time to talk, to which you agreed. Miz came over to my place and we talked around 3 hours, going in circles about his mistreatment in the scene. Now, I do my best to incite the possible path of reflection, but ultimately to no avail. The man was convinced that he'd done no wrong, and everyone was out to get him. I gave you a chance to come clean about anything, just to see if there was any humanity left in you, and you fucked it up so hard. The one statement that broke all hope for you, not realizing I had became close to Byron once. Not once. During that time, I talked to him every single day leading up to the tragedy that he had ever mentioned your name. I once angrily confronted you about that and showed you proof of our friendship. You quietly tried to change the subject after saying, well, he was. He was. I've been holding on to this statement for some time now, waiting for the right moment, and when Emmy decided to come out with everything, you are a shit human, Miz. You are not the victim, but you created them. We got on the right track when you finally mentioned mood swings, but quickly after admitting that you go back to the pity party narrative, and I was just honestly just done. My stubborn grandmother has shown more ability to self-reflect than you, and I have had it to listen to you talk in only victim tongue. Don't ever mention burn again to further any sick of your narratives either. I'm not surprised if that happens here. So Miskif, I think it was a couple hours after it happened, after Emiru's live stream, and then Miskif claims that he never threw a phone at Emiru's eye.
First time I felt love for a girl, and I thought I'd want it to never let it go. The first year of our relationship, we almost had no fights. We started to date officially in January of 2022, and up until my cancellation, everything was perfect. She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you and show you an example, chat.
Oh, he's gonna throw me.
I'm brushing my teeth. Right here. Look at me. I would throw my phone on the bed.
Still, she told you to stop. Don't do it. Like, I get it if it's like a force of habit, but you gotta like brother, like not even brother. You scum of the earth, like dude. Like, if she told you stop, just put it somewhere else. Just put it right near your door. Put it. Just leave it in the bathroom with you. Then just whatever. If you leave it in the bathroom, oh well. You know that's it. Miskif addressing the controlling allegations.
I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole, stop talking about past relationships, and yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get a...
See, this is another way of... I could... You know, when you told her, like, hey, don't talk about this in public, or like, if you were within reason, I don't think you were being reasonable. Like the stalker stuff, I could understand that for her safety. I get that. But the past relationships, that's up to her. Like, the true definition in my brain always is a relationship is it's between two different bodies of independence that realize they love each other so much that they need that dependence of each other to make a relationship, a marriage, you know, that type of stuff. Like, what you did was totally the opposite of that. It was just more of like putting a leash on her and saying like, "Hey, you're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do this." It's like I'm trying not to say the word here at this point, but you can kind of catch what I'm saying here at this point.
Assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe. And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point, man. The last 9 months of this relationship, things got extremely fucking toxic. I told her to move out. She didn't move out on her own. I told her to move out because I wanted space, but she still wanted me around at all times. She would get upset if we didn't sleep together or if we weren't around. She always wanted me to drive over to her house, but I never wanted to because I wanted to be alone. And
Mm, yeah. Um, I'm kind of calling this bullshit. Like, if you wanted space, just leave it. Could have left it be. Could have left it be, and she could have been okay with it. But you didn't. That's the issue. I see with this. Like, I don't think that we're that complicated. I don't think women are complicated too. But also at the same time, when you add different variables and everything like that, like emotions and everything like that, then yeah, there is some complexity to it. Do I think there was a possibility that she didn't want to feel left alone or anything like that? Possible. Maybe I'm gonna give him some reasonable benefit of the doubt about not wanting to travel without you or anything like that. I don't know if she had a bodyguard after you guys broke up or anything like that, but still, you're a piece of shit. Like, you should have. Look, I'm not usually against this when it comes to people having like crash outs and everything like that. Like, when it's daily crash outs happening in the relationship, maybe you should call time on that relationship and actually get yourself fixed. Like, how hard is that? Like, if I had the many crash outs that you had, I'd go to the psychiatrist. I'd be going to the psychiatrist. I'd be going to rehab. And plus, you guys are going to parties where alcohol's involved and everything like that. Shit, weed, everything. Maybe it's that stuff that's also aggravating some of these symptoms. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just a normal dude that doesn't date streamers. I mean, maybe I could one day. I don't know. I'm just here. Anyway, Miskif addressed the SA allegations. Uh,
we broke up for about a month, then got back together because we thought we can make it work. We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food, and then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then.
well, I mean, you could be the king of wishful thinking, but I just honestly, it, I try my best to read the room. Like, even the person that's point blank right in front of me. Like, you guys were there, you guys kiss. That should have been, like I said earlier, that should have been the the furthest thing. Like a hug and holding of hands. That's more symbolic than a kiss. Like, in my opinion. Like, I don't think you earned that right, but she was okay with it at the time. Now, probably not. I'm just saying. Like, this is not right. Like, for me, at least. For me to, in my opinion. So she is in the middle
trying
of
to like
restraining
put this
order.
out there. I also want to say, just so people know, that I'm not just trying to like put this out there and then, you know, I am already in the process of filing a restraining order on him in both Texas and California. I also want to,
And that's good. She should. She should. Especially with the next clip in context of that. And that's, I hope it's granted both in Texas and California. Like, the way this man is kind of responding in the stream and everything like that, it's crocodile tears in my opinion. He's only getting crying crocodile tears because he got caught. Most motherfuckers will do that. But I mean, I guess. So Miskif confirms that he did speak with someone on Emiru's team at TwitchCon. This is what he said about
At TwitchCon, I said that if she goes after me, then I will go nuclear. And that is exactly what I said. And that is what's going to happen. Because you can't mess with me anymore. I don't have anything to lose. I'm sorry, I don't. Go after me all you want. I have nothing to lose.
I don't know about that. I mean, she could go for a lot of shit right there in that back room right there. Fucking TV, bike right there. She could go after a lot of shit from you. I mean, I believe that Miskif, and she even alluded that he might too, but he knows that regardless. Now let's say this: if she does get the she get the restraining orders, in both Texas and California. Now I know it's going to be tricky for him because if he's going to try to put out all this information, all that against her, try to allege some things to her that she was doing, that could be considered a violation of that restraining order. Like, shit like that. I mean, I'm no attorney. I mean, that could be a strong possibility. Like, I know restraining orders in Texas and California are a little bit, are way different, but some of the commonalities is like you can't talk about that person whatsoever on your social media. There's some stipulations that could do that. That could be a violation if it was in California or if it's in Texas. Now, if he says that out of country though, and they try to get him for that, for violating that, I mean, good luck. I mean, he'll be an international fugitive for that, but dumb ways to get caught, you know. Of course, Emiru says, so as most known that they were part of, Miskif was part of OTK. And of course, I mean, obviously, Asmon's gonna have to talk about it and obviously, like, apologize to it. So this is what's gonna happen.
will be bad, and it's not my story to tell, and I think you guys can see why now. I apologize for two things, for vague posting about it and saying that, and I also apologize for platforming him, right? I mean, the truth is I couldn't have known, I didn't know any of this whenever I met him. Whenever we started OTK together, I had no idea. And when I did realize, you can see kind of the way that I dealt with it and everything, and it's just like in stream, like this is the reason why I fucking like when Ludwig had that clip about like 95% of streamers never gonna talk to again, I was like, yeah, yes, bro, like yes, so right.
Yeah, like that's all we could do, really. I mean, he could sharpen the like I think it was to kind of put like a sleep token reference here into this, because whatever, I guess that's what I am now. But the fact that we got fucking Stico, I gotta say this. The fact that we got Asmongold, the person who co-founded it with him, OTK, saying like, hey, that's my bad. I should have known better. I should have been more thorough on this. That's accountability. That's definitely a definition of accountability. Now, in terms of him, not just say like, hey, maybe I should have been a better human being. I'm a piece of shit. Like, if he at least acknowledged that he was being a piece of shit, maybe I would feel more sorry for him, but he doesn't. Anyway, Emily CC says, for years on my Twitch stream, I had stated that I had one bad experience with one Twitch streamer within my 9 years of streaming, and they're finally being exposed for that terrible review. I guess you could probably figure out who. And this is Miskif accusing Emiru of neglecting her rabbits.
I never want to talk about this.
Emiru has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in.
These were a big part of her life. But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, completely neglected those rabbits. So much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible. And my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you." I didn't even know there was TTS going on.
Wait, so is this the clip, or this is the clip that I've seen a lot of people talk about? So
we weren't even dating, dumbass. Well, of course, bro. Queen Emiru's not dating someone like you. By the fucking gods. Hell no. Fuck no. God no. Jesus no. He's actually so mad. No. He's actually oh my god, so mad. Look at his face. Look how he looked. Look.
Oh, shit. Sorry, guys.
He's so mad.
By the gods!
Oh, that one cut deep, miss.
By the yummy shit!
No. Actually so mad. No. He's
oh my god,
so
look
at his face.
Look how he looked. Look.
That man is fucking mad. I apologize. Your age is obviously. I will put a warning at whatever time frame this is when this happens. In the info section with the timestamps of the segments. So apologies for that, obviously, but the fact he got mad because they're telling him like Emiru doesn't deserve you. You're being wild for that. It's like that's crazy. So apparently, I didn't know this too. Apparently, there is a a streamer by the name of Adriana Lee is getting sued, or is suing suing Mr. Miskif for smear campaign. That is whew, man. This dude's gonna owe a lot of money to a lot of people if he gets sued like that. I'm just saying.
For a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with. They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation. I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him.
It's almost like this is what I'm suing him for. What the fuck? It's almost like this is exactly what I'm suing him for.
I wasn't one of them. Threatening them and saying if I ever
That's crazy. That's wild. Just to see this here. So this is allegedly Miskif being mad about Miskif appeared to be upset at lapping him in Rust. Viewership is going viral in LSF.
Again, we're gonna hang out a little bit.
Go raw pork.
Yeah, I'll fucking take raw pork. Hell yeah.
Enjoy.
So I thought, why not build a house up here?
I can pay rent in here.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh.
Wait, check this out. Come here.
Ooh.
Not bad, huh?
Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Wait, our houses literally look exactly the same.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh no. Fucking A. Yeah, I'm gonna let this finish the rest of itself. But just the fact that it flip flopped, like, first of all, okay, maybe there was botting back in the day. I'm just saying, maybe, if it was definitely for a sponsor thing for that. Let's see here, and this is from. Oh, hold on, I want to make sure because you never know. This is from Kueko, who shares her Miskif SA harassment experience. Says, Miskif SA experience. 1, our first hookup, I was so drunk that I couldn't keep my eyes open. Originally, I was supposed to crash on the couch, but somehow I ended up on his bed. All I remember is I wanted to sleep. He kept trying to kiss me and undress me. Oh boy. Yep. Whew. Miskif, is he related to Bill Cosby? I just want to know. Because this is some fucking wild stuff that is being out there. He made sure to coach me and say that it was consensual afterwards to get the story straight because he was afraid of being canceled. This man's paranoid about being fucking canceled. He should be worried about getting a fucking lawsuit. After our fling ended, he started terrible rumors about me, telling people I was manipulative, bad, awful human. He would also tell people that I would do stuff during sex. And that was crazy. I would hear the most awful rumors about people I just met even years later. He would continue talking about me long after we were no longer interacted. This made me never reach out to people anymore. I was mortified at the rumors he'd spread and depressed over what people thought of me. Lakari is witness to the depression this could cause me. He is also witness to the harassment I experienced long after the fling was over. During my relationship with Lakari, he regularly talked shit about me and constantly told Lakari that he doesn't know the real Quoko. He tried poisoning our friend relationship the whole time. He would plant ideas in Lakari's head to start fights. After the relationship with Lakari ended, Miz upped the shit, talking even more. Lakari noted that it looked like Miz was actively trying to ruin my reputation, and I would hear how everyone in Austin hates me because of what Miz would say. I think Emiru is super brave for coming out of the story. Struggle with posting this. I don't want to be associated with it or attend anything with him, so I want to corroborate your story with my own personal help from this gift. Personally gifted. Even Ethan Klein says, is Emiru coming forward with horrible, extreme, sad allegations against Miskif. Poor Emiru, I feel so bad for what she's been through. You deserve better, girl. Exactly. That's what I said. And then, out of all people, this is absolute cinema. Here, Papa Gut Fat, fame, obviously, says the following, brings up an interesting point about the health of Emiru's rabbits. Rabbits can die from loud noises. How do we know his destructive behavior, punching holes in walls and breaking doors, didn't create an environment that caused the rabbits to fail? Exactly my point. And this is what came out the other night, and this is a great meme. LSF drops a South Park edit of the Pogger stream current timeline.
From your side of relationship, you get walked all over.
Babe, how you doing?
Oh, hey, baby, what's going on?
Wait, where do they make XQC? XQC, Kyle. That's great. Oh god, I was curious about this. I didn't want to spoil it for myself. I don't know why Tectones is Butters. Tectones is more, honestly, Tectones is more Kyle. Or not, Tectones is more, Stan. And Asmongold's more like Butters. Because, like, some of the shit that Asmongold has said over the years is so wild, but then you think about it and you're like, oh, damn, you know what? It's maybe true.
That's how you said you broke up with Hattie. I decided to give her one more chance. But you said she was mentally abusive.
Where's Nicole? No! Why you have to make a client or a token?
She is mentally abusive.
So then why did you take her back?
Because she said she was gonna kill herself, alright guys? There. I broke up with her and she called me being all like, I can't live without you, I'm scared what I'm gonna do to myself, oh god. The bitch is crazy, what am I supposed to do?
Hey, Stan.
Yeah?
Oh god. I might get copyrighted for it, but it's all good. Let's see here. So, for those who were wondering, also, it was he. How long has it been since Miskif has been out of OTK? Asmongold has confirmed that he's been gone for it for a long time. So this is kind of a clip.
And not a single person that is in the space that knew him is really defending him.
The fucking Skyrim OST.
House, but I never wanted to because I wanted to be alone, and that increased our fights.
In OTK, he wasn't. He hasn't been in OTK for a long time.
And then that's the truth of it right there. See, so and then Nimple joins in on the meme. S-Friend, Tectone, Bow the Whale, which honestly, Bow gets the chef's kiss, mwah, of a point there. Says if you're an upcoming streamer, coming female content career with a small but growing audience and a much larger successful male content career approaches you out of nowhere, showers you with attention on stream, in DMs, etc., don't walk, run. Exactly. Let's see, anything else? Oh, and here it is. So this is interesting. This is an interesting
Two
clip.
additional people that have alleged that
Hold
he
on.
assaulted them within less than 24 hours of
Can
this
I
stuff
pause
coming
this?
out. And not a single person.
Hold on. There you go. Asmund says there's more to come in the Miskif saga. There will be other stories that will be points on the same graph, make the same line. Being serious, story has 5 other witnesses. Give it a couple days. I want to make sure they have legal. So there is more stories coming out, and obviously I can't cover them all. I'm not gonna lie. I probably will be able to.
This happened. There have been 2 additional people alleged that he assaulted them within less than 24 hours of this stuff coming out. And not a single person that is in the space that knew him is really defending him. In the OTK, he wasn't. He hasn't been in OTK for a long time. And I will say too, I know people get mad at me for this. There are other stories of things that will be points on the same graph making the same line. I said it last time. People got mad. They said I was vague posting. I'm being serious. Source, trust me, bro. The story that I would tell you has 5 other witnesses. And again, I apologize for being vague, but just give it a couple of days. If you want me to be completely as transparent as I can be, it's because I want to make sure that these people have legal counsel before they say anything, because they're worried because they don't have the position.
And that's something that I want to point out, because that's something the theme of it here, and Asmongold's doing something correct in that, and that is making sure that they are getting the legal counsel to protect themselves, just in case he does decide to lash out, like try to sit there and go like, oh well I'm gonna sue them for this is hearsay bullshit, I'm suing you, you can't be doing this to me, this is not right, this is unfair, yada yada yada, that type of shit. I hope he could find a cardboard box in the hallways, or in the alleyways of whatever bumfuck Egypt he's from, because he's about to get a legal ass whooping. Like, honestly, like just like what Tectone said, just like what Aspen called, just retire, dude. Just go in the sunset. You're done. Like, just to work something else. Like, there's no career coming back from this. Like, I've seen people who have done serious, I mean serious stuff over the years. This goes beyond streaming here. This goes from YouTube. Like, we're talking like Toby. When's the last time you seen a video from Toby? Like, this is a boulder that you can't get out of your ship, because this boulder is bigger than your ship. I think you just might as well accept the end of your streamer life is down in the ocean at this point. That's how serious this is getting.
That Amy or I do, and that's the reason. I would say it myself. I'm not going to do that. Just give it a couple of days.
I have messaged her numerous times wondering why I have been removed from OTK, Discords, and I was very scared because I didn't know what was going on. Nobody was talking to me or contacting me, and I have had so much regret.
It was another reason. Like, all of those decisions had already been made before any of this had come out. Yep, totally different reason. Elaborate? I will. I don't want to do it today because I think that there are other people that I would prefer say it. but I will if it doesn't come out. Is this drama baiting for views? How is it drama baiting for views? Like, I said that this stuff would come out.
See, this is why I don't like the drama community as much as I used to. Because now we're getting to the point where people are so, like, hungry, starving for stuff that anything that comes out, like, you're watching the product, you should understand common sense how this works. Like, if he can't say it because it's someone else's story, and they want to go through the legal process to make sure it's okay to say this story, then let the person who has that said story say the said story. Like, it's simple rocket science, right? So
out, it did. Just because I'm not going to immediately... I understand that there's a lot of people that are really young and you don't understand the complexities of things like this. But yeah, this stuff is really complex and hard. And it's not just as simple as simply saying whatever you think happened. It's a lot of complexity with this. And there's multiple people involved, and there are other obligations and conflicting variables. And yeah, I'm not going to immediately say why and explain the entire thing. But what I will say is that that's not why it happened. Period. And you shouldn't be talking about it? Of course I can. It's clear you're trying to do the right thing. There's things that are not your story to tell.
And that's what it is. He's doing the right... Asmund is doing the right thing as someone who represents OTK. Is basically telling his viewership, telling his people, like, hey, I may not get this right. That's why I'm if it's someone else's story, I rather them go through the legal channels and everything just to make sure that this is gonna be a-okay, that this is gonna be alright, and it's not gonna, like, fuck with everyone's money bag. I like this guy that says fuck therapy. Oh no, I approve of therapy at this point, but it's a different type of therapy if you're Miskif. Just saying.
And giving the others the opportunity to speak up, yeah. And I will tell you this: if other people don't tell the story, I will tell it. I did get permission from one of the people, the person that was the most affected by it. I got the permission from that person last night to tell the story. I will tell the story why Miz was removed from OTK. If they don't want to, I'll do it. I'll respect their wishes and their privacy, but I will do it. And you'll see that it had nothing to do with this. And again, I apologize for not being able to drop everything immediately.
Now that's actually responsible representative. Like, honestly, I want to say this. Maybe Asmongold should be the CEO of Twitch. Maybe Asmongold should be the one that runs the place. Hell, I bet he would come up with stuff that's so common sense that they would make a profit. That's, if you want to clip out of this stream, that's it right there. Demi shares her feelings about Miskif after being a part of Twitch and having associated friends. After years of being a part of the Twitch community and having friends associated with Miskif, not once did I ever hear anything good with him from his own people. It was always the weirdest, dumbest, and most egotistical stuff that I'd ever heard, and everyone just dealt with it. If you're against him, he convinced everyone around his circle to not associate with you. He'll do things in his power as a big content creator to put you in the weird position to forgive him or to stop talking bad of him. basically the ones the type of people that who would say like, oh well, oh, if you don't stop talking about me, I'm gonna sue you, put you in a financial situation, that type of stuff. Fuck you, buddy. Oh, this is the. I'm sorry. Like, good times with Scar. This is fucking sad. This is why I heard about the whole accessibility. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? And this was it, literally just. And good times with Scar. I've seen a couple of his streams. It's just this is the table you gave me, bro. Like that's a table for like a toddler. Like what are we doing here, Twitch? Like, that's wild. The fact that you got him doing that. It's like it's whatever. And this was something that wasn't a thought of in the back of my mind. I didn't this is new to me, so I don't know anything about it. So this was something that I actually am concerned about and everything like that. Dean So Cool predicts that Miskif will be streaming like normal in 2 months. Says this is how the world works. It's fucked up. If he's not banned, he'll be streaming like normal. Look at Doc. All he has to do is go live, and that's the sad part. And that is actually the sad part. Now, I do believe, in my opinion, because there is some people that who have done similar accusations, and it was correct accusations, and they have admitted it. Go to other platforms like Kick and stuff like that. Honestly, because in my and this is just something that I observed a lot. You can name multiple different streamers, and not one person has really said a very bad thing about Emiru, other than she just exists. Like oh well, she exists because she's taking. Like those are the people that are jealous of her. Like I guess, I mean I guess that's it. Now in terms of Doc, I do believe anyone who gets like called a PDF file or a diaper sniffer or anything like that, and then gets that's wrongfully accused of that, and then everything goes back to normal and everything like that, then yeah, they should be able to stream like normal. They should be left alone like a human and everything like that. But here's the thing. He's not. It's good. He's damaged goods at this point. And you look at that. Look at the relationship he has with YouTube. He had his monetization gone for like I think it was like 2 or 3 months before they finally like let him have his donations again. At least the donations things, not the subscribe. I might be wrong here, but let me double check here. Oh no, he does have his memberships back. So that was because after the allegations were dropped, I think everyone felt bad that like, oh hey, shit, we took a lot of his money, so we should let him have the ability to make money again. Now I haven't seen his numbers on Rumble. His YouTube money is still decent. Still decent. Still. But I mean, like good for him, I guess, right? Let's see here. let's see. Anything else? Honestly, oh, here we go. OTK. Actually, I could just look up the OTK. Let's see here. Okay. I could just look this up. So this is what they said. It said OTK fully supports its co-owner and sister Emiru, and we stand by her and her side and admire her strength in coming forward and sharing her story. While Miskif was one of the several founders of OTK, the organization terminated its relationship with them some time ago for reasons unrelated to the recent events, and he holds no stake in the OTK or any other of our other companies. Out of respect to those who come forward, we will let their voices speak above ours. And that's something that, as a representation company, that's what they should do. They sit there and go like, listen, I'm just clear. This is the clarification here. They were once a part of this. They're not anymore. We support the person who is going through this situation with the former person. And there's other voices that are coming out. We're gonna respect them out of that. I think that's the one thing that I'm actually very happy about that OTK came out with. I think this was like one of the best responses a company should have. So let me just kind of wrap this up because I've been going for a little bit long and I want to go to bed. Honestly, this is what I see the situation being. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit annoyed right now with my beard, so it's just kind of getting in my way a little bit. But this is kind of what I'm seeing here in the next couple of weeks. I think, and I do agree with Asmongold. I do think there is gonna be more stories coming out, but as he alluded before, I think he is correct in this when they said let them get legal information, let them get all that stuff, let them cook with what they have. I know that was extremely cringy. I look forward to your angry emails, or tweets, whatever you feel like. I don't know. I do think there is a need for a timeline to be established very quickly. If all these allegations are stacking up to a point where, like, you can't deny that there's been some shady shit that he has involved himself in, and like, I don't think he's ever coming back to Twitch. I don't honestly. If he does come back to the stream, I do think if the next big streamer that's gonna get banned, it's probably gonna be him. And he might just bounce over to like Rumble, like Dr. Disrespect did. I think that's what's gonna happen. Because, you know, and this is a lot of people give Rumble a lot of shit for it, or Kick, because it's like, well, these guys are guilty of this. Well, innocent till proven guilty in the court of law. There's a lot of people who say that and don't believe it, and they believe in more of the social justice aspect of it, and that's the tragic side of vigilantism, kind of, in America, in the U.S. system, so to speak, with that, because some people think that the justice system is too slow and stuff like that, and I agree with a lot of stuff like this, but unfortunately, because of legal laws and stuff, that because like he said, what Asmongold said earlier, there's a lot of different things that are interconnected that have to come together to make even just a legal case happen, and that's something that a lot of people are already trying to put a time frame on this instantly to do this, and this. Like that guy who said, like, oh well, I'm only giving them a couple of days before they actually before he'll stream again, and everything will be back to normal. Like there wasn't an allegation that came out like that. I mean, if they do, then I guess that's what it is. But I want to know what you guys think. Obviously, for those who are watching in the chat, I want to know what you guys' opinions are. Obviously, if you haven't yet, like the stream, hit the like button, comment. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions about this. And maybe sometime down the road, if there is some updates and all that, I'll actually do an open phone segment to talk about this stuff and just kind of get what everyone else's perspective is. Because, like, from my perspective, the way I'm kind of seeing it, and the fact that there is multiple witnesses, there's a very, very strong possibility that retaliation is coming from Miskif to those who speak up. But I think more primarily it's going to be on Emiru. And, to quote Sleep Token in this, the gods that we thought were dead were just sharpening their blades. Like, that's what's about to happen. It's a fight between, it's going to be a fight of nonstop. So, but thank you guys so much. I love you guys very much. Thank you for watching the live stream. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a very happy Halloween. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this new keyboard, so but have a good night.
I'm happy for you. Very happy. No more drinking, right? No.